And hello again, everyone. This is Chaz Thomas with the Life Inspired Podcast. I want to take a moment out on this podcast and talk about um, something that's come up to me a couple of times today already, maybe three times, and I want to talk about it because I think some people need to hear about this. And I know you've heard me talk in the past about I believe we all have an assignment. We are all born with an assignment in life. And I use my story as an example of what I mean. Several years ago, a little bit more than 10 years ago, I had this concept, this idea of creating a youth arts program in Chicago called the AMP Community Arts Program. And basically, it was a incubator for young artists, a place where they can come and get better at their skills at what they do. If they're singers, they can come here and perform. If they're poets, they can do poet jams. If they're dancers, they can do dancing. If they write music, this was a place for them to create music. It was all about the arts for young people, young creators, young creatives. And I remember this. Well, the idea first came to me, I want to say about 2004, that long ago. And I remember I was keeping my sons at that time. I have four sons, and they're all into the arts. And they were staying with me during this time. And I'd go to work, and they would have to find something to do. They said, "Dad, what are we gonna do? You're at work." But I had a studio set up at my place, and I said, "Well, go in the studio, create something." They said, "Dad, we don't know how to use this equipment." I said, "Well, there you go. That's your summer project. Figure out how to use this equipment and keep yourself occupied." So, needless to say, they learned how to use the equipment. And before you know it, they were selling beats. They were making beats and selling them. I said, "Well, see, there you go. Now you're making money with it. You're using your gift." But I can remember coming home sometimes and there'd be, other kids there kind of doing the same thing, writing music, writing poetry, getting busy. I said, "You know what? These kids need a facility. They need a place to call their own where they can uh, perfect their skills. We need a place for that." So I drawed out a plan. I designed a concept called AMP Community Arts Program, Art, Music, Poetry Community Arts Program. And needless to say, I worked on this idea for months and months and months and months. And, it was just something that stuck with me. I mean, at first it was an idea, I wrote it down. I was saying, yeah, that's kind of fun, but I don't know. It's going to take time. It's going to take money, blase, blase. Plus, I'm going to need to get these kids from somewhere, after school program or something. Plus, I work downtown. So I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. But needless to say, I can remember after a couple of years of, you know, this idea just haunting me. And, I keep saying, I got to do something with this. I got to do something with this. So I can remember one day downtown in my office, my manager came in and there was a position opening in the community. And I told him I wanted to post for it. And he said, "Charles, you work so hard to get downtown. You have a beautiful corner office on the 33rd floor. You have a beautiful staff. You worked hard to get here. Why do you want to give all this up and go back to the community?" And I said, "Brian, you know what? That's a good question, because I feel a need in that community. I feel something pulling me to the community, drawing me in. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but I have this project I've been working on. the A&P Community Arts Program. He said, yeah, I know. You've been putting time and money into it. He said, but why don't you just let it go? Let somebody else do it. Let it go. And I thought about it for a moment. I said, you know what, Brian? There's been many days I want to let it go. But you know what? It won't let me go. It won't let me go. That is my assignment. It will not let me go until I fulfill my assignment. So needless to say, I did start working in the community again and start putting the program together. And and start working with some young artists, some young gifted artists. And there's one particular artist. His name was Joshua. Joshua was with the foster home program, but he was a very gifted artist. And I kind of worked with him because I saw something in him. Here's a kid who don't know who his parents is, or who never knew who his parents were. But he has this gift of art. I need to work with him. I need to develop him. And so I worked with Joshua, helped him get better with his skill. I had him work with some other professional artists, and he did well. He had a couple of signed paintings on assignment, and he did really well. But I say that to say this. That's just one of many stories of students I've worked with. But what if I stayed downtown? What if I thought, you know what? I earned to be here. I'm not giving this up. What if I was selfish? What would have happened to Joshua? Would he have been another Chicago statistic? I don't know, but I know I had an assignment. And it felt good. It made me feel good, and it made me feel it was all worth it for just that moment. But I say that to say this. As some of you right now, you have an idea. You have a great idea. You've been working on it day and night for weeks, months, and some for years. You wake up with it on your mind. Throughout the day, it's on your mind. You go to sleep with it on your mind. It won't let you go. And you know why it won't let you go? Let me share this with you. It won't let you go because that's your assignment. And you won't feel fulfilled in life until you complete your assignment. No, don't try to ignore it. Don't try to make excuses why you can't do it. You got to do it. You got to figure it out. If God gave you this assignment, He will give you a way to make it work. He will give you the people. He will give you the resources. That's your assignment. You won't rest until you fulfill your assignment. It won't go away. Yeah, it's going to continue to nag you. And you're going to feel like, man, I'm missing out. Something's missing in my life. Because that's your assignment. You can't ignore it. This is something just for you. It's someone out there who's waiting on you. Don't be selfish. You have a gift, a God-given gift. Do not continue to ignore it. It will not let you rest. I promise you that. Until you complete your assignment. So this message is going out to that individual or individuals who got this great idea, this great concept, and you know it's great. You know it's wonderful. You know God created you just for this purpose. You got to do it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to that individual like Josh. Don't let him miss out because you're being selfish about your gift. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be selfish. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you have to do. God will give you the means. He's just waiting on you to make up your mind to go ahead and do it. Stop playing with it. All right. That's all I had to say. It was on my heart. It was on my mind. And this message is strongly for somebody. You have an assignment in life that won't let you go. It won't let you go. So go ahead and do it. Get it done. Stop playing with it. Get it done right now, today. All right. I'm Chaz Thomas. This is the Life Inspired Podcast. You can hear us on most podcast platforms, on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Till next time, God bless you.